phone.
And we are recording.
Oh no! Oh no. No, silly to try it. And they both.
What? That's not right. And they were both found dead. She must have been out of her head. Bing, 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 bing. Head, bing, bing, head, bing, bing. Okay, that's enough now.
Oh, there it is.
That's enough.
Where's
Slices.
my favorite
Stop!
perfume?
Okay, so we did start this episode actually. Previously. Stop it, you beast!
You get leech.
We did start this episode previously. I want the little sweets.
Where's the clip?
It's in there. Yeah.
Cool.
I want the little sweets. They remind me of my childhood.
Right, moving on. What? Moving on.
I'm really struggling.
Yeah, we did start this episode,
But
and
she was
then
too
I
fat
got too caught up
in the
with
food.
my food and had to.
And you see now I'm full, but I'm gonna.
pause.
I'm full, but I'm gonna keep on eating because it tastes good. This is gonna end in like a lot.
This
of
was her
pain
first
for
time
me.
having Wingstop. She's never had it before, and I just ordered it. Right. So today we are
Talking about Sabrina Carpenter's
album cover
and
Bonnie Blue Petting Zoo.
no, she said it's a Bonnie Blue Petting Zoo.
Do you like a lollipop?
Yes, please. How many are there?
Airplane. I feel like George.
Bubble Guppies. Who's
Dinosaur.
George?
From Peppa Pig.
Oh.
Bubble Guppies.
Bing, 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 ga ding. Okay, I'm gonna put you guys in my hair while I eat these wings. Ready? I'm gonna
Everything I
clip
don't
you
want,
onto
you
my
can
hair.
have.
I don't want that.
Oh.
Okay.
Stick it on your
I've
wall.
clipped you. Oh no.
It's really bad for me to have.
We're just talking shit.
It's really bad for me to have stickers because I'm notorious for putting them everywhere.
Please, not in my house.
No, in my house. Oh, they have. Oh, she gave me fidgets.
Yeah, there's two, so I'm getting one. Put your
No.
makeup
Can I have the
on when you're
stickers in it?
rolling on my.
Can I have the stickers in?
My
the
money, my no money, my money.
Oh, do you know what that reminded me of? That
Circus, circus, Afro circus, Afro
That's not
circus,
the-
polka dot, polka. It is.
No. That circus.
Yeah.
That circus. Oh, he was alright.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway. So, for anybody who doesn't know, Sabrina Carpenter is currently getting a lot of hate. Put this on my lanyard. A lot of hate for. It's really fun to start a pod like. I was just about to say like starting a podcast with a person with ADHD is really great. Sabrina podcast. Sabrina Carpenter
The microphone's too far away.
is. How did it get over there? Sabrina Carpenter is getting a lot of hate currently for publishing a new album with the cover being her like on her knees in a like I suppose a provocative way. Here you can have Hank steal the real quick.
I don't have hands.
Yo, you want to watch some
That's enough. Just bro.
Okay, I'm
Finish your
sorry.
sentence.
Yeah, she's on her knees and like a man is like holding her hair in quite a, you know, dominant submissive sort of form. Oh.
Stop.
That's really rude. And she's getting a lot of hate about it because everyone's saying that it's like setting back feminism and it's gross. But what do you think about that? Just the Sabrina Carpenter bit. For now.
I think so much worse shit is setting feminism back. And she's like
Not
her
one of the
last
reasons.
song was a whole "Have you ever tried this one?"
I love that.
And they didn't.
I don't even like her music, but I love watching the clips of like, have you ever tried this one?
That's because you're a pervert.
Oh.
And so nobody said anything about that. So I just don't understand what's wrong.
Also, it's consensual. She's paid this man to do this. Like, are we gonna start shaming people now for getting like strippers for their bachelorette parties, or just ordering a
Shut
Who's
up!
asking you? You're not a part of the podcast.
Sorry, we're talking to
I
her
don't care.
boyfriend.
I don't care. Do you want to come and feature? Do you want to come and feature in an episode? Because if not, shut up. Sorry, it's my useless boyfriend. Carrying on. Yeah. Okay. A lot of worse shit's happened at the end of the day, and it's a cover. Like, we're forgetting as well. Forget album covers. The song WAP, Wet Ass Pussy, could, like, 3 minutes of talking about sex and vaginas.
But also,
is this
there's
a pimple patch or a sticker?
you know those the whole thing about this metal or rock band who put the picture of the album cover, the guy, the main singer that killed himself?
No.
And it was just gore, basically, of this dead guy who's the main singer.
I didn't know that, but I mean, now I do.
Well, it did happen, and no one really said anything about it.
Oh.
So,
at the end of
where
the day, people are very selective. It's like, they only hate on things that they don't like. Like, if somebody else who they like does the same thing, or somebody else does something similar and they like them, it doesn't matter. It's not their concern because they like them. But as soon as it's someone that they don't like, or they do something a little bit bold that they don't agree with, it becomes some huge problem. Which at the end of the day... which at the end of the day is a problem in itself. Because that shouldn't be happening. Oh my god. Wait, don't say it out loud because I'm obviously recording it. I'm going to decorate this with some of the stickers that I got. Yeah, at the end of the day, people are just choosing what to be angry at, and you know how people used to say, like, oh, the Chapel Roan hate is forced. Oh, I say used to, this wasn't long ago when it happened, was it? You know, Addy, you know how people say, oh, this Chapel Roan hate.
Sorry guys, I'm back.
You know how they say this Chapel Roan hate is so forced? I was just saying, like, it's not forced if they care about it, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if it was the people that are saying it's forced, but it was, like, the roles were reversed and it was something they cared about, they wouldn't be saying that.
Yeah.
Baguette.
Sorry, what did you just say?
Baguette.
Oh, okay. I said something else.
The F slur.
Oh.
No, I'm asking, is that what you thought I said? What did I do? I'm gay,
my
guys.
microphone was off this whole time.
Oh.
No, it wasn't off. It just turned off when I went to the toilet because they're on really low battery. So I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on that, innit? Anyways, did you guys ever get those like?
Anyways,
those
Joe.
tiny sweets? They're kind of like Pez's, like Pez.
Oh my god, Pez! Oh my god, Pez!
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is
with like toys.
Oh, are you seeing what I'm doing, by the way?
Yeah, that's what.
Do you think it's creative?
Yeah, that's what I'm eating now. It turned off again.
Maybe it's just dead.
It's not dead, it's dying.
It
turned off again. Did anybody about to find out if I can charge it at the same time as I use it? Yeah, we'll see in recording. In editing.
You're just gonna disappear every 5 seconds. I'm gonna be having a conversation with myself.
It's turned off again. Why do you laugh like that?
Cheese. Cheeseburger.
Okay, it's charging.
Okay, well we just spoke about the Sabrina thing. Obviously not in enough depth. And I showed some people this podcast, and they was like, "It's really good, but you lack depth on your points." So let's put a bit more depth into this one. In terms of what do you think is setting feminism back? Do you have any?
So we're gonna share a microphone now because mine's broken. I think Bonnie Blue is setting feminism back. I think these women who are Trump supporters and the women who go on these podcasts, not these podcasts, but the podcasts, and they say like, "Oh, I hate makeup. I think makeup's really bad for you." Because I know that everyone's heard that sound, haven't they?
No.
No, you're just not online enough. I'm just too chronically online. Um, yeah, you guys can't hear. We're gonna have to take turns talking, which never really happens. So, yeah.
Okay, and in terms of Christmas trees, in terms of
What?
in terms of this whole Bonnie Blue situation, do you want to go ahead and explain that, or do you want me to explain that?
Well, because you're so busy decorating. For those who don't know, Bonnie Blue is basically a porn star who has no boundaries. She did something that really made her famous in the first place, which was 100 men in a night, which is exactly what it sounds like. She fucked 100 men in the same night, which is insane if you ask me. And a load of other stuff. And she recently went on somebody else's podcast and was saying that, she's proud of herself. And she lived in this very like picket fence sort of like place growing up. And she just said that she got bored and now that she does this. And so recently the biggest thing was the Bonnie Blue petting zoo, which she was planning on doing, where she'd put herself in a glass box and tie herself down and let herself be free to the public, if you know what I mean. A lot of people compared this to, see, I don't know her name, but it's this girl that was at she just stood in the middle of a busy street with all sorts of tools around her, or maybe I think it might have been in a gallery actually, with all sorts of tools around her, and just let them do whatever they wanted to her. But I don't think that has anything to do with the Bonnie Blue situation, because honestly, that was very, very, very brave of her. This is just a horny girl that likes to make headlines. Yeah. I'll find out her name in a second.
Can I just say as well? I really do believe that a lot of the people that do this, and even herself, I do believe that this is a cry for help or a cry for attention. If it's not attention seeking, then I think that it's like, oh, you dropped the mic, the other one. No, I really do believe that it's attention seeking. Like, I don't know what she gains out of it. I don't think it's necessarily anything to do with fame, because fame's just not the rage anymore. Like, when you see people, obviously you want fame. Who doesn't want to be famous?
You get attention from being famous.
Exactly, but it's not. I don't think it's necessarily the famousness that attracts her. But then again, I'm not gonna psychoanalyze her. I have a foot cramp. It really hurts. So in comparison, if we do a comparison real quick to Bonnie Blue versus Sabrina Carpenter, what are your thoughts on, like, if you compare them? Who do you think has got the worst impact? Do you think one's triggered by the other? Do you think that there's any relation? Just
They are both happening at the same time, as we know, but I don't think they're linked at all. Obviously, they're both things about women being sexualized, but I think there's a massive difference on a suggestive picture for an album cover from a massive celebrity and what Bonnie Blue is doing.
yeah, good point. And where did you first find out about Bonnie Blue? Like, was she doing? Well, obviously, I'm not talking about the platform. I'm saying, like, was she doing anything before this petting zoo and before these?
OnlyFans.
Right, so she's on an OnlyFans person. And what's your opinion on on OnlyFans. People who use OnlyFans and that.
Honestly, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. If you wanna do that. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it at all. Honestly, obviously, there's like the expectations that come from women because of OnlyFans, but I think that's also like a bit of a stretch. Yeah, that's has nothing to do with the women. They're just trying to make a living. Like, let's be so for real.
But you know what? As much as I want to say I support it, parts of me don't, because they're not trying to make a living. They're not trying to make a living. They're trying to get rich. If they were trying to make a living, they could be a bartender, they could be a waitress, they could be an assistant, they could be a secretary, they could start up their own business, they could be a dog walker, they could be a babysitter. Literally, the possibilities are endless. Even if you have like no school degrees or very little school degrees, there's still jobs that are open, and people like to use it as an excuse, and I don't condone that. There's also people like, I'm just gonna bring her up because she's the only example I can name off my head, even though I do like her. Bad Baby. Bad Baby joined OnlyFans the night she turned 18, like 12 o'clock, and she signed up to OnlyFans. And I think that that's ridiculous, because why are these young women being
Okay, I'm back, guys.
Why are these young women being like seduced by wanting to be rich and wanting to be famous by putting their bodies up for sale? Like, if you want to do that, fine. But a lot of these women, if you ask them why are you doing OnlyFans, why are you doing this, they don't know. They don't know why they're doing it. It's just like a big trend of like, oh, I saw this person doing it, or oh, I want this money.
Yeah.
And there's so much more that you could do that isn't that. And I support sex work. I'm completely sex positive.
Your thing's turned off. Sorry.
Oh. How long was I yapping for?
Not for that long. Like, not for that long. It just.
I was saying that I about the Bad Baby thing. I hope they heard that. And then I was saying that I'm completely sex positive. Like, I'm not shaming anybody, but I think that it shouldn't be made common. Do you know what I mean? Like, before, obviously there were porn stars, but porn stars were not. You didn't see them everywhere. Not every influencer was a porn star. And now we're getting to the point where every influencer is becoming a porn star. And I think it's harmful to both parties. And I think that itself can also drag down feminism. Like I said, I'm completely sex positive. Do what you want, but within reason, and don't just do something because it becomes a trend. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even like on TikTok, there's so much over sexualization of women. And it's like you get people that are like, oh, I don't want men to sexualize me, I don't want them to sexualize, but then they do things that actively put themselves out there and sexualize themselves. You have to make your mind up. If you don't want to be and I'm not using this as an excuse for harassment, that's completely different. But if you don't want to be sexualized, don't go out in public dressing provocatively. And I say this as someone who dresses provocatively. I go out dressed like that in public because I want the attention, because I want people to think, oh wow, she's hot, oh wow, she's pretty. But I don't go out there to be harassed. Nobody goes out there to be harassed. But if you're walking just on the street and your ass is hanging out or your boobs are hanging out, you're going to get attention. That is how the world works. Whether or not it's disgusting or you hate men, that is how the world works. Which might be controversial of me to say, but at the end of the day, as a radical feminist, you need to face the facts and not like your distorted version of reality.
There's something that I really wanted to bring up, and I just found a post about it, so I can give you the correct information. So, in 1974, artist Marina Abramovic performed. It's not me comparing this to other, that's disgusting. Performed Rhythm Zero, an art piece that involved her sitting motionless with 72 items on the table, varying in harm, in like how much they can harm us. So it goes from a feather to a gun. For an audience to use on her however they like. She was bruised, cut, pricked with thorns, and it ended as an audience member attempting to shoot her. So it ended really horribly. But people are comparing the Bonnie Blue petting zoo to this, and I think what Marina, I forgot her name already, was trying to do was make a statement. What she was trying to do is so different to Bonnie Blue, and I think that it's disgusting to compare those two. Also, that was in 1974. Like, that was like what, 50 years ago? 50 years. Yeah, it was 50 years ago. There's a massive difference in how women were treated and how this would have been seen by the public. Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up.
Also, there's a difference between art and sex. Sex is not art. Being used by multiple men, a hundred of men,
And this
is not art.
this would have been in the public in like a town center. This was like, imagine like central London. So this is going to be more than 100 people, and it's 24/7 for 24 hours. So imagine the drunks during the night and shit, and like it's insane.
Yeah, I do agree with what you said a minute ago though about how she was trying to make a statement, and that's a bit crazy. Like I understand maybe knife, but gun.
It wasn't loaded. I don't think. I'll find the list of objects.
I didn't even know that was a thing, but that's really like that's
really,
very bold of her. That's really insane.
I saw it and I was really interested in it. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's wow. What's the time? I mean,
6.
what's no. What's the
20 minutes.
Okay. We should probably
Do the thing.
Mm. Oh right. I'll read it out because I've got the microphone. No, not vinted. Dun, 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 dun. Right. A 27-year-old woman reconnected with her old friend R, with whom that's what we're gonna call her then, with whom she had a brief fling with years ago. He's now dating A, and the three have become close, especially after the woman's recent divorce. Over the past few months, R and A have been flirting with her and hinted at a threesome, which they've done before. She's enjoying the attention after feeling unwanted in her marriage and senses things may soon turn sexual. She's looking for advice on easing into it, like drinking games, and how to keep things emotionally clear, especially reassuring A that she's not interested in stealing R. Well, you can give your takes first.
I think communicate in the marriage that this is what you want to do, so you're not like cheating.
They're not talking about the marriage. They're talking about the persons that she's fucking. It's got nothing to do with the marriage.
What I was going to say was trying to arrange an open marriage.
She doesn't want an open marriage. She doesn't want the marriage. She wants to fuck them, but she wants them to know how she feels.
Okay.
She doesn't listen. This is why I don't do things with her.
Oh my god, that was speak the microphone so much. Take it back.
Right, she refuses to do what she's told. So
that's a feminism. That's unnecessary.
I am woman. I don't actually feel like commenting on that. Just have your threesome.
Yeah.
Just have your threesome and be quiet. How we'll end this podcast is by saying that our private hawk moth hatched. Privet.
I'll put a picture up if you're listening on YouTube. I'll put a picture up in 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! I can't see it, but I'm using my imagination. I'll put it up in editing. Boo!
And he hatched, and it's actually a she, but we've decided that it's a he. We are now woking the moths. The Woker, that's created by Astrozyst. Go check Astrozyst out on all channels. She's great. And yeah, so the moth hatched, and his name is Sir Wigglesworth. Beautiful. And today we were trying to pick him up because why not? And we put him down, and he started to. You're going to break the microphone. You're going to break the microphone doing that because you break chargers and they stay inside devices. He started vibrating, and we thought, "Oh shit, we've killed him." No, he was he was warming up to start flying, and he started like flying all around his enclosure. His enclosure is large, like it's not small. Like it comes up probably to my like high, like to my stomach.
I can sit crisscross applesauce in it comfortably. Like I don't need to duck my head or anything.
Yeah, and so he started flying very aggressively and like I want to say attacking, but he's not. Yeah, he's not. He's more like running into walls. He doesn't bite or sting. He doesn't bite or sting, obviously. But when we end this podcast episode, I'm gonna attempt to pick him up again, and that really does scare me. The thought of picking him up is not scary, but as soon as he's there and he's crawling up my arm, and he's got the possibility of flying in my face, I just wish I had the Atlas moth.
You know when he's about to start flying. We notice now that we notice now that he'll start vibrating. Before he went. He was like a pigeon.
It was really strange.
Yeah, and it was actually really sad because I'm watching this poor guy trying to fly. I'm watching this poor guy trying to fly, and he just can't make. He can't.
Cold.
Yeah.
Strange being.
Anyways, that's that.
Yeah.
What was my outro?